Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bazaar. It is Vanessa Day here today. So we're gonna go to see what we can do. Since it is Vanessa, I'm going into normals here so we can try and maybe make something work even if it's a little bit off meta. Have an easier time doing off meta stuff with dueling ranked right now, of course. That's no secret. We'll just see what we can make happen. I think that revolver is not a bad start at this point. Got changed to a 3-second cooldown, which is not bad. 10 damage, 3 seconds whenever you crit reload 2 ammo. It's an ammo item that halfway solves its own ammo issues. I don't know. It's not a bad start. Harpoon, it just feels too slow in this current situation for the current opponent that you would want to destroy with this. I don't know. It's not that exciting. Like, what are the scariest things right now? Lots of dualies, right? Poison dualie, burn dualie, and like single weapon Vanessa or trebuchet Vanessa. All of those builds, by the time 7 seconds passes, destroying one of the small items, it's not going to take all the burn and poison off of you that item did, you know? So it just feels a little slow for right now, but obviously it can completely win some matchups. Seashell, frankly, I think it's an option. Actually, shield 10 for every aquatic item you have actually adds up a hell of a lot in the early game. You just have to figure out, what am I going to do with that extra survivability in the early game? How am I going to turn that into something? Because that could be 40 shield on day 1 and on a 5-second cooldown, which is pretty good. I'm going to take the revolver. Yes, I didn't even talk about chum. Yeah, I know. Weapons in general, we could go ahead and do that. Bronze tier skills, I'm kind of curious. There are some really good ones if you get them right away with Vanessa, but also red envelope as a start is kind of good. These are good too, obviously, but like 18 bucks on day 1 is pretty nice. I like that a lot. I am gonna go for Kybertron. Wouldn't mind getting the Eagle Talisman to make this a 25% chance to crit, making it much more common that we get more shots off, because obviously we're probably gonna run out of ammo in this fight. If we crit, we get 2 more shots, which is great. But, yep, and yeah. That being said, we should do enough damage to win the Kyber drone fight anyways. Usually I just run no item on board, but I was pretty darn confident this is going to do it too. Will it be close? Sort of. You win with 6 HP with nothing on board, just to show how much of a difference even putting this on the board made. And hey, I'm doing it just to help out that early game. Maybe we can actually like focus on that in some way. And I'm gonna do something extremely weird. Because we actually, I was going to say, red envelope works in a very weird way. It is technically in our pool, even though it's kind of this weird skill where it gives you 10 gold at every tier. So I was actually more likely to find red envelope here than normal. So as weird as it is, I think that that's the call. And then we have 32 bucks. We have 32 bucks to spend right now, which is absurd. Do we win day 1 with this stuff? I don't know, but we could probably turn our remaining 31 that we're going to start with tomorrow into probably an advantage, one might assume. So it's kind of like, if I win this day, then that's great, but it wasn't really the point. Yeah, we're not going to win. We would need to be critting extremely reliably to even have a chance, I'd say, right? Oh, if we crit every time, we'd actually maybe do it. Yeah. It might come down to timing if we crit. If we crit. Oh, that's not good. Not good timing. Bad timing. Statistically, we could have done that with just a couple more crits, which is kind of funny. Very happy to just get a silver tier item to start with. I'm very rich, so we can try and find a thing to do. Dock lines at silver already. I'm down with it. Weatherglass is an item to play around. There you go. Screw this. Screw that. Nope. New me. That's what lots of money can get you, man. We're going to go ahead and get some cinders. We're going to slap that sucker on the Weatherglass. Bada bing, bada boom. We got ourselves a plan. I'm also going to do something a little bit weird here. I'm going to go to lick it. And I'm going to grab crit chance. The thing is, do I care about the cannon getting the crit chance? Not really. But we are going to win this fight anyways. Giant Mosquito for CDR is more exciting than the other stuff, even if it is busted. Amber, I could run alongside Dock Lines, but giving Weatherglass some crit chance just sounds really, really nice. It's not going to go bad. And out of those options, I'm down with it. And then if we upgrade this to silver, and all of it... Ooh. And all of it goes into Weatherglass, that's 30% crit just from Super Syrup and like an upgrade leftmost bronze or something stupid like that. So there are no medium poison or freeze items that I can get here. So I'm just going to say sure. And I'm going to go to Curio. As much as we could get that other level up, and that'd be great. Curio does have poison, etc., etc. We take a magma core. We take the extract. We might end up using the magma core. And we're using all of this. Oh, no icicle. Using all of this to try and just set up an absolutely disgusting early game. That money went so far for us. We might not necessarily, like, win because of it. But that money went really, really far. This is pretty gross. Pretty gross start. We're going to level up. We're going to get a wider board. We're going to theoretically get our poison and hopefully our freeze. I was hoping to get the start of combat freeze thing there. 7 burn, 4 poison, 3 times. The more of those requirements we fill out, the more multi-strikes it gets. The cannon right away is actually really, really nice getting that haste. Because then we'll get them under our HP pool, so the Jabalian longbow does not get 3 strikes. Dude, let's go to the moon. That was like a little bit of, it was a little bit of perspective skills into such benefit. Holy crap. Because getting the Weatherglass that early is so good. You can just stack all of your extracts, stack all of your cinders. Haste and charge skill. First time you haste freeze does happen literally immediately. That's good. Would I rather have Dock Lines get haste immediately? Because the answer is maybe, actually. No. Instant freeze is disgusting. Instant freeze is disgusting. So what are we looking for? Jellyfish. Catfish. Lighter, actually, maybe. Ice pick, or whatever the heck. I think I'm going to be more likely to run this. Okay. So we should be fine to stop the shielding. It's a little bit sketchy. I think we're fine though. Yeah. Weatherglass is very slow to start, but then obviously, like, I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's so much.
Ooh, seeing spots here.
It's over already.
Can't be mad.
We barely got our flags up.
All right. Hit me with some silver tier items. I'm willing to roll. Dock Lines getting an upgrade is very worth it. I think we sell the scrap, even though it's hitting nothing. 'Cause that's just so good. All right. We could go to the shop, try and get lucky finding a jellyfish or catfish so that we get a 4th shot in our Weatherglass. I think I'm fine to just go for a hopeful extra fight, because then Super Syrup gets more time to do its thing. Then if we level up, that way we get the option to upgrade leftmost bronze, which I think I actually do it on Super Syrup right now if I'm offered that. Like, I actually think it's the right call.
The Bazaar has not
14%.
Pathetic. As place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
All right, so that's 20% more crit that we can absolutely put on the Weatherglass. And honestly, I'm just running it in the fight. I'm just running it. Instead of the shoe, which is actually not bad. It's not bad to run over this, but like, just seeing what I saw there, knowing how strong we are, I just wasn't too particularly worried. Yeah. Yeah. Please let me get another one. Nice. 20% crit on this bad boy.
More plunder. I paint my ship red, but I don't use
Small items, docks. I mean, I'm kind of probably, yeah, I was going to say mostly on the lookout for this. Okay. I don't think I really care about upgrading the lighter. Wait, oh, it's going to gold? Eh, sure. It's cute.
For your size.
In this situation, we could go haste, slow, cooldown items. What would I want? Frankly, there's a lot of haste items I'm interested in. I think that Captain's Wheel is, in fact, one of them. Haste adjacent items for a second. Obviously, we like that on the Weatherglass. That just ends up being good. I think that we can go Giga Greed and actually beat the... Oh, God, this is so greedy. I think that I can beat the Hydra dude while farming. I might be wrong, but it's the fact that we don't have a mix of weapons and, you know, non-weapons. That's what has me feeling a little bit more confident. When you have a mix, that's when it gets really scary with the electric heals. It was like a lucky, like a 50-50-ish.
See that plank?
I was right, though.
Another empty chest.
While farming.
Waiting to be filled.
26 crit, poison. Yep. You better believe it. Gonna sell that. I would like to be offered, most realistically, would be the Captain's Wheel. No dice. Huh.
Now this will inspire the crew.
This could be decent. I mean, I'll take it for the investment, I guess. There's no medium freeze item. Basically, there's a small, or at least for Vanessa, right? Let me check. Oops. One moment. Advanced filters. Vanessa. Medium. And freeze. Well, technically. But for small, there's literally one. And then for large, I think there's literally one. She doesn't have access to lots of freeze. So we're probably looking for, like, getting a... that rainbow potion from the... for any of the fights completely solves every single criteria here. And then you can run whatever the heck you want. I would love Iceberg, to be clear. Iceberg is disgusting. I'll take the 125 for free. And then I think we farm. I think, and by that I mean, I don't think I would rather lose a multi-strike for the Cove. I might as well just be getting some more crit, because I don't really think we improve our board the other way. So we do kind of want a weapon, though. So the Icebreaker would be nice for that reason.
You've got talent.
Because that gives us an instant haste for the haste freeze. But it is what it is. We'll see what we can do. Tools, nah. Fights, yeah. Tools, I mean, we could find the Captain's Wheel or the Dock Lines. It's not super likely to find the Dock Lines. Captain's Wheel a little bit more so, I guess. But I would rather run Water Wheel if I can find the way. Rather just, okay, all right. Old Zane, what do you have that is relevant to this build? First time you crit, freeze is good. Your items have 2% crit chance when you start a fight, increase the bonus by 2%. Yeah, that's good. Upgrade your leftmost silver. Oh my god, do I do the super syrup again? That's 30% more crit. Do the super syrup again. What is happening? I can't believe it, but I think it's actually right. We're getting this sucker up to like 60% crit just off of super syrup, and then hopefully Inexorable ends up getting us the rest of the way. 42% crit. Like, this is so BM, running it in all the player fights too, but like, I'm so strong. Like, this red envelope... Ooh. The red envelope juiced me up so much that I could get away with it. Monster loot is great. We have hits for most things. Skills are good. There's the envelope again. Like, again, it's in our pool, so we're more likely to find it. I'll just take it. And frankly... yeah, they have only one. Frankly, I'm doing it.
But I've seen my
Sorry.
share of storms.
We're farming.
To dethrone a king, not to squabble with no
What do we got? You know, I kind of respect Beach Ball Shark Claw's Crow's Nest. I respect it. You just need a gold. If you have this setup, you really need a golden Beach Ball so bad.
Bring her about. I've got another salvo with me. All cannon, no ball.
Small and large. Iceberg's only diamond. So, there's some you poison freeze. Yeah.
As long as you draw breath, your training's not complete.
I see poison. I'll take poison. Small items. The fun thing about the Weatherglass, like, I kind of have a solved board, except I have so much free space. And that's one thing I really like about Weatherglass, is you kind of do have a lot of free space. Now this is bold. Surely I don't beat this while farming, right? Surely that's a step too far. Surely I can't fight Infernal with super syrup on the board and win. Surely that's ridiculous.
Maybe a skirmish.
All right. As far as aquatic things go, I'd like Water Wheel instead of these. I'd like Water Wheel a lot.
Hello.
I got excited for a second. Flagship. We have Tool, Friend. Technically an ammo item. We could run it by this to just give this perma haste. That's kind of interesting.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. See, it is kind of actually interesting, though. If we could get the Rainbow Potion, you got the Rainbow Potion, this plus a Rainbow Potion in one slot. And then, oh, then you don't have enough for Water Wheel, too. That's overkill. Yeah, I don't think I thought this one through. Okay. Meh. I am on the hunt for an item to actually put on the board.
And sometimes I sell stuff. I get it. You're busy.
I mean, it's not bad. We can get the instant freeze. We could run sniper rifle. That is hilarious.
Do you have to
It's hilarious that we actually could run sniper rifle and it's not too bad. Because it gets instant haste. That's so funny. I don't think I'm keeping it. But I can't believe it, but I probably could. Just a casual sniper rifle just thrown in there. It's only silver and it's not ramped in any way, so like just that. Oh, we've got an augmented weaponry gamer. Instant freeze though.
Defeat does not defeat me.
Oh God.
You fall
That's
like
I mean,
boulder.
I don't know what to say. It's a meta build. It just got pooped on. I don't think I'm going to be keeping the sniper rifle.
A bad craftsman blames his tools, but a good one buys mine.
Interesting. Interesting.
See ya.
I like that. That's like crit capped. Or is at least going to be. Okay. Whenever you crit, haste an item. This will crit a lot because of what we've done. I'll check some crit skills. First time you crit freeze. I gotta be honest, we don't really need more crit. Okay. Radiant Corsair is good for obvious reasons. Can we farm off of Radiant Corsair? I think we can. I actually think we can. Oh, they hit the Weatherglass with the Spyglass. That's really bad. That's really bad and maybe even enough to mess me up. Okay. Nope, we're still good. Empty super syrup farming on the Radiant Corsair. If that's not a flex, man.
Waste of gunpowder.
Interesting. Gotta say, you've done your job. Thank you so much, and goodbye. This is very interesting, though. Super syrup, absolutely for the win. We would have to run it like this. And the crit chance, I've spent so much time getting the crit chance on this, and it's like, it's a haste engine. More than anything. Could run the sniper just as assurance. I gotta be honest, out of any of this, I actually care the most about that. I don't care that much, but I care the most about it. Ammo skills. God, I mean, I kind of wouldn't mind flashy reload, just in case. No, okay. I'm gonna take Gunner on Prospect. But I probably don't like that I did that. Inexorable, I think we're probably good. Yeah, see, there we go, because Gunner's in our pool. I'm going to say no to the Inexorable right now. Is it worth 3 gold for an extra second of freeze? Yeah, I guess so.
Now this
I guess
will
it is.
inspire the crew.
All right, so we have an instant freeze because we have a weapon out, and then we have a freeze on poison.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
They only have like one weapon. And as soon as it's open, it's now slowed. And then now we have, we got perma-haste, basically.
Bring her about! I've got another salvo.
Dang, dude. This build's nasty.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Slow items. We could get potentially an enchant. What I would want is just dock lines, though. Aye.
I seek to calm it.
Aye.
Sun and moon spin like a wheel.
Gold skills. Ironically, we might be getting red envelope, which is now, which would now bite us in the butt. Whenever you use your leftmost item, haste an item for a second. All right. Weatherglass now basically just hastes my entire board. Just for, I mean, just for existing, right? Yeah. Does it have to haste another item? No?
It's over already.
Whenever you crit haste an item, I mean, it's a little overkill. Don't you think? Aquatic. Nah. Give me the burn, boys. Free my soul.
This world is full of noise. Must find the quiet.
It's fine. Sure. We'll take the big old... Oh. Okay. Dooley has a couple small freeze things, and I like that. Pig has Snow Globe. Stell has the Weather Machine, which solves a lot. And she doesn't have as many items. We should take that on Prospect. Take that on Prospect. Oh, she doesn't have it. Whoa. Oh, slow enemy items for 3 seconds and freeze on item. That fills my my desire. Freeze on item. It's quite good. So we have our 5 procs. Obviously, it's no sniper rifle. But if we have the rivet gun that does kind of speed things up, use the item to the right, charge the item to the left. I kind of like that. Wait. I just remembered. You can crit from anywhere. So we could do... The thing is, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to do that. Whenever you use this item, but it does mess up my lefty Lucy a bit, but not even that much. Because every time this goes off, it does proc the... it definitely messes it up. It definitely messes it up. But we have so much haste as is, right? Surely we have enough haste as is. Surely we have enough haste as is. Because now that we got the on-crit haste and we have the Sextant with the on-crit haste, we could maybe, like, pivot out of the Sextant in general, too, which is probably... Oh, that's a meta as hell dually right there. Right there, right there. Dock lines, do your thing. I mean, yeah, we're perma-hasted. As soon as it goes, we're perma-hasted. I've heard that Flashbang is bugged and it doesn't actually slow everything. I'm just running it because it has that 1 second freeze for 1. That's the whole thing. Yeah, I think we're not playing that though. I don't think we're playing that. I see how it could fit in. I don't think we're playing it. I don't think we're playing holsters. I think that's fine too. I think we just want HP. We just need to do our first hit. It's day 9. We could find a diamond item.
So cute.
Sure.
The cleaner the blade, the quicker the fight.
Just because we could wait, 74 or 74. It's more important there. We can increase our chances to crit. I don't know. Why do I even care there? Elite Duelist is kind of fun, but Enclave Revenant, we could, I don't know. We could get Ectoplasm, which I would take over Jellyfish in a heartbeat. Thurable could end up being interesting, I'd assume. I love it. We got our weapon for the haze. This is working so well, man.
That plank? Walk it.
Upgrade a specific thing. I gotta be honest, I don't know. Weatherglass doesn't even upgrade that well. Let's clear search Weatherglass. It gains 2 burn and a poison. I sleep. You know what? I actually know the answer.
Haha. Now this will inspire the crew.
Sad day. I forgot. So basically, when this goes to diamond, it gets a 2-second charge instead. Can't help but notice it's not a diamond yet. I'm just looking forward to the future where we get offered it. We could go for a water wheel. We're clearly like well over crit cap. But like, what if we get sick burn? Oh. Leftmost gains 6 burn. Everything gains 2 and 2. I feel like this is also a lot cheaper though.
So who are you going to use that? I don't want to know.
Medium items don't really care. I'm gonna take the regen just so we can stick around longer. It's Olive Garden. Pog. All right. Well, if we get one of those like upgrade nodes that's just upgrade an item, whatever that lady's name is, I will use it on Rivet Gun because then it's whenever you use the item to the right, charge the item to the left 2 seconds. This is actually very scary. The good news is we slapped down a hell of a lot of freeze, and then the slow stacks go nutty. That's a terrifying board, Olive Garden. Oh, they have augmented weaponry, too. They have silver augmented weaponry, too. Oh, my God, man. Olive Garden, chill. Chill, Olive Garden. This being gold instead of diamond did not matter there. We could go for large items. Again, it's basically Weatherglass with Water Wheel, which I do think is good. We have Perma Haste as is with Sextant, and it's taking up a medium slot instead, and it cannot be frozen. So there's that. It's probably just better. I prefer the burn because it's a little bit more upfront in the face. Okay, so which one? Trash Titan? Who has it? Nope. Hulking Experiment. Hulking Experiment has the Rainbow Potion, which is worth doing because if we get it, it completely opens up what we can do. We can ditch all 3 of these items because Rainbow Potion fills every single Weatherglass criteria. We would keep Docklines because it's super good. Rainbow Potion solves all Weatherglass problems, and this man has 2.
Maybe a
We don't really
skirmish.
need that. Slow skills?
At last, you have come to the
First time you slow freeze? Hit me with it.
magic. All is
I
thought.
was hoping for stealth. You know what? Mac, we could just try and get the Rainbow Potion. This way. He doesn't have that many items in the pool. Okay. Yo! That's probably more exciting than the Icy Flashbang. Oh, it definitely is. And we can maybe get, like, whenever you poison, increase something's damage. And that we care way more about. But it's also, it doesn't have ammo, and also it freezes for 2 seconds. And I think that Flashbang is bugged to not actually slow everything, and also, we already are slowing everything with Dockline's Perma. Oh, it's the standard crook angle. We really need to get going here. Come on, thank you. We froze the... Oh, good. All right. Sucks to be you now. Lol.
You fall like a boulder.
132.
I flow like the waves.
mean, it's pretty important that that one has 100%. I'm just going to take the regen. Honestly, that's kind of where we're at. And then I'm going to go for burn. It's more in your face. I prefer the burn because we're trying to end faster. Because by the time Weatherglass goes off, we've already been in the fight for a bit. Yeah, whenever you crit, your weapons gain 10 damage. There you go. Now there's a reason to have to actually have the Icy Ritual Dagger. I gotta be honest, I'm relatively fine with my board as is. I think that we can just go to Arkan and try and push for a victory this day. Because if I get the Rainbow Potion, I don't know what I'm doing anyways with the rest of my stuff. All right, let's see how much this ramps. Because now we also even have lifesteal like going on. I don't know. That seems fine to me. It seems fine indeed.
Pathetic.
Yeah,
As
whatever.
spineless as a jellyfish.
We could take that instead of the lighter as our burn procer, but I don't think I need to. I think we just take some chocolate bars, again, pushing for a victory right here. Okay. If we don't have any other option, I do think we go for the poison. We could go for the loot, but it's just like, I don't know. Slow item, I think I'm fine with dock lines. That's probably my slow item of choice in the whole freaking game. Extra second of haste, just in case, like, slow or freeze messes me up. That should help. Improvised bludgeon, an extra second of slow on dock lines, just to mess them up. Poison's good. The damage, I don't care too much about the old sword for damage here. Burn good. Start of combat freeze, I would consider. No CDR found. Might as well get the crits. Oh, God. Like, we had such a... what a major shout out to the Super Syrup
Go ahead.
for helping us navigate a path towards a, like, critical status effect. Yes, burn and poison can crit. Okay. Good that we got that instant freeze there. We need to get this stuff out here, and then we're going to get them slowed down. All right, they can't go infinite. And the thing is, you might be going like, dude, these skills are busted. First of all, yes. Yes, they are. And that's why Weatherglass is also so good, right? Because you are naturally, by making a Weatherglass build, which is basically, a Weatherglass build is Weatherglass and a checklist of tags on other items. It doesn't really matter what the poison item is. Jellyfish, not doing squat for us. Technically, I should have it by the dock lines as well, but like it just wasn't going to line up, like, because haste. But it just doesn't matter. Lighter? Was lighter carrying? No. Does it matter that Icy Ritual Dagger was what it was? No. Like, none of this stuff was relevant or mattered. It was strictly here so that Weatherglass got more multicasts. That's it. That's the whole thing. Dock lines is good and carries, and frankly, even if I had Rainbow Potion, I'd be running dock lines as well. But one of the biggest things today, there's two things that I think propelled me to this easy of a game. Taking a prospective bronze tier skill into red envelope, into taking the next skill vendor, knowing that I was more likely to find the bronze red envelope to get an extra 10 gold. That was like a little bit of game meta knowledge that really helped me out. Was it guaranteed that I would find it in the second shop too? No. Was it guaranteed that I'd find it in the first shop? Definitely not, but the bronze skill pool is actually relatively small. So you're not unlikely. Let me check. But there's not a, 38 skills, which, is quite a bit. But it's a non-zero chance to find it in a bronze skill vendor. I feel like every couple of times I go, every couple of times, it'll show up. And then you can really do some silly, silly stuff. Once you have it once, you can try and force it again. It does become a little bit of a liability in the late game, but obviously getting that gold early and snowballing it into a crazy strong late game, we were able to get a silver dock lines. We were able to get a silver Weatherglass really quickly. And obviously a bunch of skills to support them. Very, very good. The other thing is I actually think that the Super Syrup angle was very, very helpful because it gave me a huge injection of crit so that we could play around with it as an activator, which is something that as Vanessa is very important. Whenever we crit, your weapons gain 10 damage for the fight. We could have gone this angle entirely. It gave me a pivot into Sextant, which gave me perma-haste, which then hilariously we got Cosmic Wind to give us more perma-haste than we needed, and Lefty Lucy. Like, we had much more haste than we needed, but we could have completely been perma-hasted just off of the back of getting Sextant and the Super Syrup. Like, full crit, nothing else needed. Inexorable helped, but, like, it wasn't needed. We overflowed. And I think that's a thing. There's, like, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. When I watch a lot of top players, it's kind of funny. Like, they're right almost all of the time. However, there is an element of heuristics that if you're just following your pattern, you sometimes become unwilling to try some things that seem bad or even like are bad 95% of the time, and you become unable to recognize that 5% of the time where, like, you know what, maybe going to get Super Syrup is valuable, or like sometimes getting bronze skills can be the payoff if the other options there aren't that exciting. Sometimes a bronze skill pickup on day one can completely change the trajectory of your entire game. Not always. It's a payoff. It's like it's a risk reward thing. You got to know when it's not worth taking that chance, of course, but I don't know. When the other options there aren't that exciting, sometimes a bronze skill can really change things. So if you can take away something, it's have an open mind. Don't get caught in just forcing the same strategies over and over. Can it work? It sure can. But over the course of time, as this game gets updated more and more, it sounds like that strategy is intended to get less effective as updates come on. So keep an open mind. Obviously, keep track of what's working well. There's a difference between playing off meta and making a bad build. There's a difference. But keep your mind open. I think that there's some fun stuff that you can do. Obviously, Weatherglass is not that, like, wild off meta. You need it to fall on your lap sometimes. But you get an early Weatherglass as Vanessa, you should probably take it. That is also a true thing. Because it's just so good to just plan your whole build out that early. And it's so flexible. If we got an iceberg, we could throw it in. We could have made room for it. It's really fun. Anyway, love Weatherglass. Love it so much. Glad we could finally get a Weatherglass run going, funded by that early red envelope meme dream. Thank you for watching, though. Check out the channel. More Bazaar every single day, as long as you guys continue to support it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.